Krissy, I was thinking today we should start a nonprofit.
Oh, I am in. So, what would this nonprofit do?
It would raise money to tame cougars so they could be house pets.
Oh, wow. Cougars actually are really humongous and mean. Lots of teeth.
Yes, but I think they are just misunderstood. You put a bow around their necks, they are just big, cuddly kittens.
Oh, okay. Well, perhaps. But our guest today actually did start her own nonprofit for intellectually challenged adults to have a safe and unique place to work.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Maybe one of their jobs could be cougar taming.
Don't get your hopes up.
Well, a girl can dream.
True dat. Welcome to Cougar College, y'all.
Hello, Cougar students, and welcome to another episode of Cougar College. We are the Cougars. I'm Liz.
I'm Krissy, and we are on a midlife mission to know it all. Liz, are we here to teach middle-aged women how to pick up young men?
Nope. We are on the prowl for knowledge. But if that's what you tuned in for, stick around, gals, because you might just learn something.
Yep. Now, before we get into our higher education, we would like to give a big shout out to this episode's featured artist. Her name is Laura McKellar of Laura McKellar Mosaics. Laura is a mosaic artist from the Atlanta, Georgia area. Laura combines stained glass, tile, beads, ceramics, and textiles with a painted grout background to create beautiful mosaic art with a look all her own, pushing past the traditional boundaries of the medium. Her work is inspired by nature and anything floral. And folks, her work is nothing short of stunning. You can find her gorgeous work at KF Studios Handmade Marketplace in Davidson, North Carolina, online at www.artworkarchive.com/profile/Laura McKellar, and also on Instagram at Laura McKellar Mosaics. And we'll also have her info at the bottom of this episode. And if you're watching on Instagram, if you're watching on YouTube,
We don't know.
y'all, OMG, look at these.
They are gorgeous.
I mean, it is stunning.
Stunning.
I don't know how. Well, actually, if you go and follow her on Instagram, you can watch how she does it.
Yeah,
it's like a billion little pieces.
So does she cut those pieces?
She cuts them
herself? Okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
It's fascinating. So y'all, Laura McKellar art. Oh no, hold on, go back. Laura McKellar Mosaics. Look her up, y'all. She is amazing.
Yay! Thank you, Laura.
All right, thanks, Laura.
Okay, Cougar students, please welcome the founder and owner of 210 Collective, Heidi Karant.
Karant.
Yes. Welcome to the show, Heidi.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank
So
you.
glad you're here, Heidi.
I'm so glad to be here.
So exciting. It's so
I'm
exciting.
a Cougar fan.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. That's one.
Yep. We have one viewer. Thank you, Heidi.
It's Heidi. That's why she's on the
Heidi.
show. Okay, so Heidi, I have tons and tons of questions about 210 Collective.
Me too.
It's a brand new nonprofit that you founded, correct?
That is true.
Yes. Okay, so why don't you, just for the heck of it, oh, wait a minute. No, not yet.
Not yet.
Because we're
No.
going to have a cougar cocktail first.
We are.
Obviously.
We're gonna have
And
a
then
Cougar cocktail.
I want you to talk all about 210
then-
Collective.
And
yes.
I want to hear the story you two have about this Cougar
Oh,
cocktail.
girl, it is awesome. Okay, so I am from Kentucky. I'm a huge bourbon fan, and Heidi's husband is a bourbon connoisseur.
Ooh, that's
And
exciting.
yes,
He likes to think he's a bourbon connoisseur.
I think he's pretty darn
He's
good.
an old-fashioned connoisseur.
Yes,
for
he
sure.
is. He is an old-fashioned connoisseur. And for my husband's 50th birthday, he created this really awesome bourbon where he. Okay, tell me how he did
Wait,
this.
he made the bourbon?
Well, no.
Oh,
No.
okay.
So he loves Kevin, and it was Kevin's 50th birthday, and so he wanted to create like a special gift for him. And so he made brown butter
Ooh.
bourbon. I know, you would think. And so he spent 2 days, not joking.
Okay.
He made it. You have to like brown the butter and then stick it in with the bourbon, and then you have to stick it in the freezer, and then every 20 minutes you have to shake it. Crazy. All this.
Did you use the timer?
I don't know.
Oh,
He just
okay.
kept
I don't
coming in
use
and
anything.
shaking
Did
the
that.
bourbon.
Okay.
And then you have to pour it through cheesecloth, and then you're left with like brown butter bourbon, like butter, which was kind of cool. I made cookies with that. That was
Oh my gosh.
And then we had this bourbon, and so John brought it to
Kevin's party.
Kevin's party, and he made everybody brown butter old fashions.
But when he pulled it out, so
Oh.
it started so much, but then it had not condensated,
We
but
don't,
it had
we don't know the science.
Coagulated?
no, not
No.
coagulated.
Oh.
It kind of condensed.
Okay.
It
It was like
condensed.
concentrate.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it
It was like a
very
little more
thick.
concentrated.
Oh.
Not really. It
No.
just maybe it was
Strong.
extra impactful.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And so he
Did everyone have to spend the
kept
night?
giving no, but people got carried out.
Okay.
So
I like
my
that
best
part.
friend, one of my best friends, was trying to help him, and he kept saying, "Taste this, taste this, taste this." And she's not a bourbon drinker.
Definitely not now.
No, not at all, ever again. But she was, doing all the food, helping out, and John was trying to get the old fashions correct, and he just go, "Taste this." So she kept tasting it, tasting
She was
it.
his taster.
So the next thing I know, and someone said, "Oh, she slid down the refrigerator. She can't even stand up straight."
Oh,
Her husband
my
carried her
gosh.
home.
Oh my god.
Anyway, but okay, if we have to edit that out, we'll also say John also had, a little bit too much of it. But honestly, no one had a little bit too much.
What-
It's just it was so
really
concentrated
and
and
everyone
so
at the
strong.
party the next day was, and we're not these people.
Right.
Like
No.
for real, we're
We
not
don't-
these people.
yeah.
And
No.
everybody the next day was like, "Hey,
What happened?
Did you have a group
Right.
text? Did you have a group text about your hangover?
Actually, we did.
Did you?
We
It was-
did.
Everyone was like, "John Karant, what did you do to us?"
Oh yeah, and
Sorry,
he brought
John, I
everything.
didn't bring this up. Chrissy did.
I did.
I'm
He
sorry.
brought everything in this special backpack, and my friend the next day, she was like, "Okay, John roofied us with whatever was in this special backpack."
I love it. Oh my god.
But it was so
That
tasty.
sounds fun.
It was fun, but I do remember pouring mine out, and I'm a huge old fashioned, and I took a
yeah.
sip, and I was like, "Holy hell!" and I just dumped
We didn't actually. It wasn't tasty.
it. It was.
You're being nice.
Y'all,
It
it's
wasn't
a terrible
tasty
stuff.
because it was
Sounds good.
the cookies
Sounds
were,
good.
Mhm.
but it was a little strong.
A little.
Well, let me
it
tell
was
you.
crazy.
Old fashions are a little strong for me on a normal day, so we'll see what I think.
Well,
about this.
Here we
in
go.
honor of 210 Collective and John
Yes.
Grant, we are trying old fashions.
I'll let you
So
know.
I love it.
these might be crazy strong because I made them all three
Oh,
together.
gosh.
Oh,
So
okay.
anyway, we'll
Cheers.
give it a shot.
Yay,
Yay,
cheers.
cheers, cheers, to
Cheers.
old fashions.
Yeah, and
Let's give it a
210
go.
Collective.
Mhm.
Ooh, good
Oh,
job.
wow, it's really good.
Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. I can take
Oh.
a sip. I think that.
Okay, you know when a drink is really good, it doesn't burn. It's just warm, and my chest is warm. I'm giving
Lovely.
myself 2 paws up.
Two
paws
paws.
up. What about you, Liz? Oh,
2 paws
two
down.
paws down. Okay, 4 paws out of 6 is not bad.
Yeah, it's only because I'm not a bourbon drinker.
fair.
If I was a
That's
bourbon
fair.
drinker, I think I
Maybe.
would love this.
I think. Oh, and I took my enzyme. Just want to say,
But
I
I
took
might-
my enzyme.
Oh yeah, good job.
Yes.
But yeah, if I drank that, yeah, I might be sleeping in.
Yeah, we might be sleeping good tonight.
I like
John
that.
might be picking us up.
Oh, totally.
Just kidding. It's not
Beat
gonna
up
happen.
anyone.
Okay, so moving on, Heidi, I'm so happy that you're here. I'm really excited about what you're doing. It's pretty
Me
awesome.
too.
So tell you what, so because most of our listeners probably haven't heard of 210 Collective because you haven't quite launched it yet, right?
No. Well,
Okay.
we've launched.
What
We
is-
haven't opened.
Yeah, I was gonna say your launch date was
Is September 8th.
is September.
Well, I mean,
okay, that's official.
yeah.
Okay.
2 weeks from
Oh
tomorrow.
my gosh, is it 2 weeks?
Congratulations! That's so
I
exciting.
It is
have
exciting.
equal
It
parts
is
gonna be amazing.
excitement and terrified.
Of course, of course. Okay, so tell our Cougar students all
Okay.
about 210 Collective.
Okay, so I am a pediatric occupational therapist. I've worked with littles most of my career, and then I worked with high schoolers as well. And after high school, there's nothing there's nothing for our students. And so we started a vocational community.
Where were you working? Were you working at CSD?
I did. I worked at CSD for a little while. I
Okay.
also worked in early intervention, like in people's homes.
Perfect.
To go
Okay.
visit. And so actually this came about because last year, just about a year ago, we moved our oldest daughter to Austin, and we moved our oldest daughter to Austin, and when we were there, we went to go visit. Her roommate worked for this vocational community.
Okay.
And she said, come and visit and see what we're doing. And so John and I actually just hopped in there just really quickly on my way to the airport, and it was the most beautiful community of adults of all different capabilities and all different ages, and they were working together, and that day they were making dog treats. And one of the gentlemen was like, so we make these dog treats and we sell them to the best dog food place in Austin, and I pay my own bill. I get a paycheck and I pay my own bills.
my
And I was like,
And it's a big deal to them,
love
right?
that.
yeah,
They
it's a
can pay
really
their
big
bills.
deal.
Yes,
I
of
mean,
course.
I don't know
That
if
they,
it's big,
yes, but
yeah.
they're paying
Yes.
some, or they're
Right. And so I went over to the director and I was like, okay, this is awesome. Like, I wish we had something like this in Charlotte, because we just graduate our kids and there's nothing.
Absolutely.
And she said, well, why don't you start one?
So was that a nonprofit
I
or
said,
no?
Yeah, they are a nonprofit.
That was a nonprofit. Okay. Sorry if I missed that.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, that's what I'll do. So,
Love it.
I
So
mean,
okay, I'll do that.
So tell me the timeline again.
that was last year, a year
That
ago.
was last year. Okay.
And then so their organization, they're called Brookwood in Georgetown,
Okay.
and they are in Georgetown, Texas, which is just north of Austin. And they have a replication model for their organization, and so
Okay.
they're trying to replicate what they're doing because they have such a successful model. And so we brought that home, and we are creating that here in Davidson, North Carolina.
I love every
Yeah.
bit of that.
Yeah, so we will make our citizens, we call our participants in our program citizens, because we feel like that speaks to like the value and the
Absolutely.
dignity of who they are and their place in our community. And so
Absolutely.
we're going to create handmade products, and we're going to sell them at
KF
KF
Studios.
Studios.
Oh my gosh! I didn't know
You didn't
that.
know?
No. Were you leaving that as a surprise?
No, I forgot.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Because we
no.
weren't exactly sure what all you were gonna start bringing in.
Yeah.
Yet. So, but I knew we were gonna sell something.
That is
Yeah.
so exciting.
Yeah.
It is.
So our citizens will work 4 days a week, and they'll create products. Our fall product line is bath products.
Okay.
So hand
Ooh.
soap, both gel and foam, and then shower steamers and room spray.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that.
I know.
Yeah.
They're excellent quality, and they're not something that you would buy for a friend, like, or that you would just buy because you like feel
Right.
like, oh, I'm gonna
Like you
do a
should,
good
yes.
thing.
Right.
You would buy it for a friend because they're beautiful.
Okay.
And
Right.
I love
Yep.
that.
they're high quality.
I love
So
that.
that's what we're doing.
So what is their, like how many hours a day will they work?
So our program will be a 7-hour-a-day program,
Okay.
4 days a week. We're only working like max 3 hours a day, maybe 4.
Okay.
Kind of depends on when we get everybody in like there. So we have like work blocks and then breaks and work blocks.
Okay, yes,
and
like do you feed them lunch? Like how does that?
they bring their own lunch,
Okay.
and 1 day a week we hope to walk into town and have lunch here in Davidson.
Oh, I love
I
that.
love
Yeah,
that.
because we want to be a part of the community. We want
Yes.
Davidson to know who we are, and for our citizens to just be a part of this community.
Absolutely.
And one day maybe they won't want to work at 210, but maybe they'll want to work at one of these shops here, and they will have been a part of the community. And I mean, my dream is to see Davidson just a more interability kind of community, and I think we're starting with this. So
I love that. I've never heard that term before, interability.
yeah,
But I
like
love
you
it.
could walk into, I mean, Ben and Jerry's already employs a lot of individuals with special needs, but that you could just walk into some of these shops and they're typically developing adults and adults with special needs, but they're working in the way that they're gifted and in the way that they're like designed to work.
Yes.
So-
Harris Teeter in this
Oh yes,
area.
yeah.
employs-
And Davidson,
yes.
they do a lot of that too.
And Cornelius,
Mhm.
actually.
Really?
Cedar's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So I love that, and until you started doing this and started talking about it, and it's embarrassing to say this, it never even dawned on me that when these kids with special needs would graduate from high school that there's nothing. I mean, what?
Now
I just didn't even think about it.
They can go extra years. Is that correct?
Yeah, you
They
can
can go
stay
till
in high
21?
school until you're 21.
Okay.
And
I
then
did know that.
year that you turn 21, so you can finish high school there that
Okay.
year. So some people are in high school up until like 22, really, because they
Okay.
turn 21 or 22 in January or whatever. Anyway, so they can stay in high school an extra 4 years essentially.
That's good.
Yeah, it is, but it's just there's not a lot of options. And you
After.
wouldn't know that
Right.
if you're not in this
No.
community. And so that's part of what we want to do in this community is bring kind of awareness to this issue. And then if you haven't been around people with special needs, if that's not been your career or if that's not been your lived experience, you don't know, like it can be a little bit intimidating because you just don't know what you're about to come like engage with. You don't know who, and people have like an unsureness about that, and that's expected. And so we want to just raise awareness and like let this community see what a gift our citizens are going to be to this community. They're going to be the most fun. I'm so excited.
So you've always had a heart for people with special needs, right? I mean, that's kind of what you have always done.
Yeah. I mean, I started my career in geriatrics and I was like, I don't know if this is for me. And I moved directly over to the babies.
Oh.
And I
Oh my gosh.
this
The
is for
babies.
me.
I
I
love
love the babies. And so
My
I worked
grandmother
with littles.
did have an occupational
Yeah.
therapist, and that was really good for her
Yeah.
for a little while.
Uh-huh.
But she was in her 90s.
I have some great stories working in geriatrics,
bet.
but it was not
I
my,
bet.
it wasn't the
It's
place
not for
that I
everyone.
liked to be. Yeah,
Yes.
I loved working with littles, and I really loved working with their families. So like, littles who are getting diagnosed. So lots of times people come home from the hospital with a Down syndrome diagnosis or something like that. But like autism is a later diagnosis, and families are wondering for several months, like something is wrong, but I don't know what it is.
Right.
And so I enjoyed being a part of that process with families.
Love it.
So,
yes.
and then later in my career, well, I did schools early on in my career, and then I did it again later in my career. I worked at community school in Davidson, and just had the
And is that how you know
best
Lauren?
class.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we worked
Okay.
together. Yeah.
Was there
Shout out to
anything?
Lauren.
Hi, Lauren. Lauren Razor, ladies and gentlemen.
Is there
Fantastic speech therapist.
anything in your upbringing or when you were much younger that you feel like contributed to your heart for
what?
people with special needs? Like, what is it that, because that in itself is very unique. I mean, not that I don't have a heart for people with special needs, but you are actually doing something, you know, and it's, I don't know how else to say it. It's not quite in me, but it is, it's you. It's,
Did you did you have an experience? My father had a disability. He was blind.
Really?
But he was a teacher. He was able to, I don't know.
well, he didn't have a,
He didn't
he had a
have-
disability, but not
he
an
had a
intellectual
disability.
disability.
Correct. He did not
Yeah.
have an intellectual disability, but he still was treated very differently.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
sure.
sure. I'm
Yes,
sure.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, was there
I
anyone
didn't-
in your family?
No. I actually, I was thinking about this. I did work in high school. I worked in the classroom at this time. Like now, it would be called the self-contained classroom. I think I did that like for an elective. But if I'm being really honest, and let's be honest here, I did not really have any thoughts about going to college when I was in high school. I don't know why. It just didn't occur to me that would be like the next step. My parents were always like, you can go to college, but it's really expensive and it's not for everybody. And so I was like, maybe I won't.
I didn't have I was like, what am I going to do? My parents are like, you're going to college. And I was like,
Oh yeah, my
okay.
parents didn't give me a
I didn't
choice.
really think about it
My
either.
parents did, and you know
Yeah.
that was great. But I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go. It's kind of expensive, and I work at Chili's. And
Oh my
that's
god,
a
I
pretty
work at
good
Chili's
gig.
too.
I had the Friday and Saturday
We
night
love Chili's in
cocktail
college.
shift.
Oh my gosh, me too.
I was like, why would I want to leave this? And so, this is embarrassing. Anyway,
No.
so I was
You have
in
to
high
start somewhere.
school. You had to take this aptitude test, and it told you what you should be when you grow up.
Okay.
And mine said that I should be a flight attendant or a nurse or an occupational therapist.
Oh, okay.
And you had to shadow one of them all day, or you had to go to study hall all day. And I didn't like studying, so I thought I'll shadow when I go.
Which
And
is
I
so
didn't-
funny because you're in school again by choice now.
I know.
And I feel like you're always that person who's always learning. So it's so funny that you didn't.
I did not like learning in high school. And so I was like, I don't want to be a nurse and I don't want to be a flight attendant, so I'll shadow that occupational therapist, whatever she is. I thought it was a career counselor. And I was like, that sounds fun. I'll go there.
Did you fall in love with it then? Is that what?
If I'm still being honest,
Okay. No.
sort of. I didn't really know
Okay.
what I was getting myself into, but it was, I didn't have to take math in college. And so I was
Oh my
like,
gosh, are you serious?
that's the career for me.
Who doesn't take math in
I
college? I thought
know.
everyone had to take
I
math.
did.
Yeah, I was an art major and I took calculus.
I was a
know.
theater major and I had to take statistics. It was
I didn't
horrible.
have to, but
It was
chose
the gift.
to.
It was the Lord's gift to me. But the Lord knew what He was doing because
Oh,
it's the best. I mean,
yes.
as soon as I got into the school, I was like, oh, I'm working with kids.
Yeah,
I'm working
God's
with
chess
kids. So-
game.
Yes, actually.
I keep bringing that up.
Oh, I like it.
Seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was God just really moving a lot of things in my life.
Yes.
Because had it been up to me, I might still be at Chili's. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, nothing
Not that
wrong
there's
with.
anything wrong with it.
I respect
Yeah.
careers or jobs a lot.
Oh, I've always told my kids, everybody in the
Oh,
world needs to work
needs
food
to.
service at least one
Yes.
time in their life, so
I
we
can-
appreciate how hard it is.
Yes, I keep telling Grant, I'm sorry, you cannot get out of college or whatever without doing that. So you can appreciate
You
it.
gotta do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly. So, how do you feel then that working with special needs children and special needs adults now has been very enriching for your life? You're always happy, Heidi. Seriously, you're always smiley, even when you're not happy. You're happy.
Same.
Maybe it's all
I
the
feel
old
like that's
fashions.
what all our husbands would probably say
Yeah.
about us, even though we seem cheerful.
I'm cheery.
But my husband's scared of me. I think,
Oh my gosh, my
It's
husband's
perimenopause.
not
It's
scared of
Crow
me.
era.
Oh, that's
I
funny.
heard about
No,
that.
he's 6
I
foot
heard
5.
about
He
the
can snap me in
Crow
half.
I stand in the kitchen and just.
Wait, what did you ask me?
I said,
sorry.
That's okay.
Because
We
I
get
got
off on a lot of
distracted by the
tangents.
crows.
That's why we need Maria, our producer here. She's not here
totally.
tonight, and we need her because every now and when she was here, you would hear snapping. We're like, oh, we're off on tangents. Get back on track. Thank you, Maria. We need her back. So,
Oh, you asked how that has enriched my life.
enriched your
Yeah.
life. How do you feel like it has
I
added to
mean,
your life?
I like these individuals that I have worked with are they're the best of humanity. I mean, the people that are going to be our citizens, they have had to adapt themselves to the world because the world certainly isn't adapting to them.
Yeah,
and so
that's
they
true.
tend to be very creative, very out of the box thinking, and they just, I mean, this isn't everybody. I mean, they can't generalize a group of people just like we can't generalize a group of, middle-aged women, I guess. But in general, they have had to adapt and do things very differently.
Right.
And my experience with so many of my friends who have special needs is that they have like kind of a deeper theology than I do. Like they're just,
I love it.
I feel like they can see the Lord in a way that is really beautiful.
They see with a different sight.
like
Yes.
childlike
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're, I mean, the people that I know are funny, hilarious, and
They probably
my life is always enriched by.
They probably give you more than you are actually giving.
Oh,
them.
for sure. I'm not sure what special skills I offer to anyone, but
Oh
they're
my gosh.
really the most fun people. The most fun. In fact, when I left CSD and left that classroom of kids, I was really, really sad. I still am sad. I get to see them a reasonable amount in the community because they stick around and kind of come to our things. And so what we're also trying to do is build a community of families who have like people with special needs in their families, because after high school that community just drops right off, and so they don't have their peers, right? Like after high school our kids are like, hey, I'm gonna go hang out with so and so, and they get in their car and they drive.
Right.
But people with special needs don't always have that opportunity, and so they're dependent on their parents to take them places, and there's that community and that connection is not so tight. And so we're trying to build that community all around us. So, yeah.
So, like, my dad had resources provided by the government. It was like, the American School for the Blind. Even like his entire life, he had accessibility to those kinds of resources. Do your citizens have access to stuff like that, or no? Or funds? Or?
Yes and no. So they definitely do. I mean, there's lots of government programs that help with this, that like Social Security and Medicaid, and it's kind of a complicated system, I think, in North Carolina, and families have to really be resourceful and be on top of it in ways that, like, how you forget to read the teacher newsletter in school after like a week.
Right. That's me.
Not calling anybody out, Heidi Karant. But like you're just tired. You have a lot of things you're juggling. These families are juggling sometimes so much more, and then they also have to pay attention to deadlines for different things. And so things get really lost. I think families get really lost in the shuffle of all the services that are there, but you have to really know. In fact, having a good disability lawyer or advocate is really, really helpful. There are services, it's just not everybody is aware. And then there are parents out there that are like, oh, we know, and we're here to advocate for other parents.
Well, the 210 Collective will hopefully make some of these families' lives a little easier.
Hopefully, yeah. We are helping to kind of point families in that direction. I'm not an expert in that area, but we're kind of pointing families in that direction. So, yeah.
And I would assume that when these kids graduate from high school, it's almost kind of like retiring, whereas, you see sometimes people retire and they just sit at their house and they start to decline. And so I wonder if you've ever seen that with kids with special needs when they graduate high school, they don't have the resources anymore. Have you seen that sometimes the steps that they've made forward have started to go backwards?
Definitely. I mean, it's just like any of us. If we're not working, if we're not doing purposeful, if we're not learning, if we're not doing purposeful steps to go forward, then we decline in lots of different ways. And so, I think anxiety. I see that with our friends that sometimes they haven't been had this purposeful work in a long time, and so they get a little bit worried that they don't have that skill, or they haven't used that skill in a long time. So I definitely see some anxiety. Definitely some of our citizens are a little bit worried about coming to work, but we're going to ease in slowly the first couple of weeks, and then I think we're going to just build such a beautiful community. We keep saying we're going to be the most joyful place.
And that's any of us. We all need a purpose to continue to grow.
Yeah.
Right.
So I hope that makes people relate a little bit more.
And I didn't tell you this, but our name 210 Collective is from Ephesians 2:10 that says we are God's workmanship created for good works. And so we believe that everybody was created in the image of God, and everyone was created for purposeful work.
Absolutely.
And so if you're not working
mistakes.
purposefully, you feel it. You feel it. If you're not creating and having purposeful work in your life, you can feel it in your soul. Whatever that purposeful work looks like for us. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, okay, speaking of creating then,
Okay.
tell us about, because you showed me some of the things that the citizens have created in Texas, the place where you got your model from. Tell us about some of the other things that the citizens have created that you guys might be doing in the future. Because I know you just said right now, in the coming fall, you're going to be doing soaps and stuff. But what else in the future are y'all hoping to create and sell?
Well, we have our holiday line already picked out, and it's this little charcuterie board. It's kind of, it's like this little charcuterie board with a handle, and it has a resin paint on the handle.
Yes.
Are we going to be selling them here?
Hopefully.
I think you are.
Oh, I love them.
gosh.
I've seen them.
We haven't tried to make them in person yet. So we've had a few product testing days where our volunteers will come out and try and make the products with us and just make sure that we kind of problem solve through what are we doing wrong or how to do it better. So we have not product tested the charcuterie board, but we're going to do
I
it.
bet they're going to be amazing.
I think they
Now,
are.
can anyone volunteer? How does does that work?
Yes. So anyone who's interested who wants to volunteer has to go through a volunteer training.
Okay.
And has to be background checked, obviously, for the safety of our citizens.
Absolutely.
But also just to make sure we're all kind of on the same cultural page, right?
Absolutely.
Like how to the
So
best
if
work
I'm your
with
friend, do I
citizens.
have to have a background check?
Yes.
That might be a problem.
You do.
Just kidding.
Chris,
I even had a background
You
check.
guys don't
Did
know
you?
about Krissy.
I want to be able to tell parents every single person who's
Love
coming
it.
in contact with their loved one has been background checked.
That's
Absolutely,
awesome.
because you just don't know.
Yeah,
And
you
you
never
don't want
know.
people to take advantage of your citizens.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So anyone can volunteer. We have a really great list of volunteers right now, and I'm so excited to get them plugged in.
I
me
know.
too.
Krissy, we
Yes.
should have a Cougars in the Wild.
When we go and volunteer?
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta train.
Yeah,
We do.
okay, we
Yeah.
should. Yeah, I would love to do that
Mhm.
because I'm always looking for a new volunteer. for
Oh,
June.
okay. This is actually a really good one then, because
Okay.
there's also, tell us about the banquet you guys have. So the citizens, artists come in and teach them to paint,
Oh.
and I asked you to say it, and then I'm sitting there saying, you
No,
say
Wait,
it.
are
so
you gonna
you're
have like
do
a
better.
gala or something?
We are.
Yes,
Guess
we're doing
when?
it. Wait, can we wear ball
When?
gowns? Can we wear ball gowns?
2:10. Right?
Stop it.
I don't know if it'll
Oh my
actually be
gosh.
on the 10th, but it'll be that week. It'll
Oh,
always be the week of
yes.
February
Yes.
10th.
Oh yes, is it fancy? Can we dress
Well,
up? Or no,
I feel
it's
like,
not?
I mean, it will be,
Oh.
but I don't know about this year.
Okay.
Because this year we're like begetting everything, and I don't know how fancy we can. I mean,
oh my
you can
gosh.
get fancy though.
Oh yeah, but
you can be
Krissy
fancy.
and I could help. I mean, we could
Oh,
volunteer to help.
y'all are on the artist list.
Okay, perfect.
So what we're going, so here's the thing though, we are, our gala, we're gonna have an art gala every year in February. This February, because we're just starting, I don't think we're gonna call it that, because I
Okay.
don't think we're gonna have time to learn how to make products, make enough products to actually sell anything, and do Christmas in Davidson, because we're doing Christmas in Davidson.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then have enough then have enough time to create art.
Right.
So I think what we're gonna do for our gala, don't quote me on this, but I think we're gonna probably have one or two resident artists
Okay.
Hello.
come in and help
I don't know
make
if I'm really an
a
artist,
few
but
products.
You are.
You
Okay.
can help for sure.
Okay.
I'm not.
I'm a graphic designer.
There you go.
I could
Okay.
make you guys some logos.
Okay.
Stickers.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then we'll
I'll do whatever you want me to do.
we'll sell probably like a few art pieces for that.
Yeah, because you're gonna have an
gala.
art auction.
We
Is that-
will eventually
Okay.
have one. This one, I don't know how we're going to structure it, but I would like to have a few art pieces
Okay.
because that is going to be kind of the backbone of what we do.
Well, I've been on the event committee for a couple of galas in Charlotte. If you need help.
Did you hear that, folks? We have an event planned.
I love how it just comes together. I feel like everywhere you're talking, someone's like, oh, I can do this and I can do that and I can do this. And you're like, well,
We're creating
yes,
our event
please.
team this week.
Okay.
We're adding Liz to that list.
Okay. I'm in.
Okay.
Love it. Count me in. Please.
So
I would
for
love
this one coming up then in February, since you're not going to do the whole art gala, are you talking about having the citizens do artwork, or you want us to paint and donate?
No,
paintings?
I would love our citizens to be able to participate
Okay.
in that. And
Oh,
so the
yes.
idea is that we as in you, the resident artist, kind of comes up with an idea, and I can kind of help you think through how we can make it accessible for our citizens to participate in that.
Krissy
For
would be perfect for that.
whether you say like use this paint right here, and we're going to create this, and you kind of give them a vision or some parameters,
Yeah.
and then we're going to create some art. Sometimes it's a little abstract.
I love it.
We're going to
Oh
do
my
that.
gosh.
That's going to be awesome.
That would be perfect
Yes.
for you.
It is.
Seriously.
And your logo. Tell our Cougar students about your logo, why you chose the sunflower.
Okay,
It's a great
so
story.
I know our logo is the bomb. I love it so much. Do we say the bomb anymore?
We do.
We do.
We do.
Because we're Gen Xers.
Oh my
Okay,
god, you know
great.
what else I
Love
say
it.
that everybody makes fun of me?
What?
When like Kevin or my girls are doing something, they're listening into my conversation, I'll say, oh, dip it and dap it and don't know what's happening. Did you guys ever do that in high school?
No.
Is that just Kentucky?
I think that's a Kentucky thing, my friend. I've
Everyone
never
looks
heard
at me and is
that
like,
in my
what?
life.
But
I've heard of dips.
I feel
I've never
very
even
cool
heard you
when I
say
say
that to me
it.
in all the years.
Because you've never dipped and dapped.
Obviously.
In my world, a dip was like that's what like boys called a good-looking girl.
A dip?
A dip?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought a dip
never-
was like, I'm dipping out.
Oh yeah, and
I'm
that
out.
too, and then also dip.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Texas,
a lot of
so-
dip in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And chaw.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I feel Maria
many
standing
stories.
over here going,
Yes.
No,
Snap,
this
snap,
is what
snap.
makes it interesting.
Yes.
Seriously, our tangents.
Wait, what?
Our
I asked you a
tangents.
question. I can't remember what it is.
sunflowers. You asked me about
Oh yes,
sunflowers.
the logo. Why is the sunflower your logo?
Well, so in Texas, in Big, that's their logo, and we actually, Krissy is the reason. Do you know this? That
No.
we changed our name.
No.
Okay, so we were going to be like, we wanted to name ourselves after that organization that we're modeling after, which is Big, which
Okay.
stands for Brookwood and Georgetown. And so I was out to dinner with Krissy and some friends one night, and I said, yeah, I think we're going to be the Big Lake Norman community. And Krissy goes, so what's Big stand for? And I was like, well, it stands for
However, it's
Brookwood
not.
and Georgetown. And she was like, and what are those cities? And I was like, well, they're in Texas. And so Brookwood, and then I go on this long story about where those cities are from, and Krissy goes, no offense, Heidi, but literally nobody knows where those cities are.
This is why I love
And-
Krissy.
She said it
why I
nicer
love
than
you.
that.
Remember I
She
told
said
you
it
that I
nicer than
offend
that.
people all the time. And
I
don't
wasn't
mean to.
offended.
No,
I was
I like the
so,
truth.
I wasn't offended. I was
But you don't
really
offend
thankful.
easily.
I
Many
don't
people are
actually.
offended by
I
me.
wasn't offended. Anyways,
I'm not
so Krissy suggested nicely in the way that only friends can suggest that we change our name. So we changed it to 210 Collective, which I love
it.
so much
Oh,
more.
yes, it's perfect.
But because we weren't sticking with that name, we wanted to stick with their logo to kind of tie us together with
Okay.
them. And so for us, the sunflower is, so like when you see a sunflower, they have all those little seeds packed in the middle. And those seeds can lie dormant for years. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not unusable. They're just waiting for the right environment.
Oh,
and so they're
Got
waiting
chill bumps.
for a little bit of
Seriously.
soil, a little bit of water, a little bit of light, and then they rise up out of the ground and they bloom just like they were designed to do. And so our citizens at 210 Collective, we feel like, are just like those sunflowers, or just like those seeds. They're packed with potential. They're just waiting for the right environment and for people to believe in what they can do. And they just need a little bit of care and nurture and encouragement. And then they rise up and they bloom, just like they were designed to do.
I love
So,
it.
perfect
It is.
sunflower.
I love it so much.
Thanks for loving it.
So, oh my god. Such a dork. Menopause brain is real, y'all.
Girl.
I'm just saying.
It's
Menopause tongue, apparently. I can't even talk. Anyway,
I think that's the bourbon talking.
I haven't had enough.
I'm just
It's
kidding.
not even brown butter.
I'm just
bourbon. Oh, but I did make it with brown sugar. So I make my old fashions
okay.
with brown sugar, not white sugar.
Oh.
Makes it a little sweeter.
Yeah.
Like me.
Fancy.
Wait, okay, moving on. Okay, so I remember you talking, I think you showed us a video at one of the meetings about Big also has, they went further and created a community where these citizens actually have little houses,
A
right?
residential community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this something that you're hoping maybe
Yeah,
in
is
the
that in the
future?
It's so far. Yes,
I mean,
it's
it would
something
be
that
very
I would
far
love
away.
to dream about.
Okay.
It's
So
so
that's
far,
like a
and
5-year, 10-year goal?
I don't even.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't even know.
20 years.
It's so far and so big. That's hard for
Dream
me to.
big, girl.
I know, but that's a little overwhelming right now. So
I
it's
get
like in
that.
the dream. That's like maybe we're gonna do that out there. I need a whole lot of support and like families
Community
who are
involvement
really
and-
interested in that because there's a ton of red tape and things like that.
I'm
But
sure.
Yeah.
our
I'm
hope,
sure.
our I will tell you our 5-year plan.
Okay.
Oh, yes,
We have that.
yes.
Yes.
So I would like, we're gonna, we're meeting at Story Hill Church. Shout out to Story Hill. Thank you so
Yay.
much
They're
for
the
letting
best.
us use their facility. But we will really only be able to grow, like we're gonna start with about 8 citizens.
Okay.
And we will only be able to grow to maybe 12 in that space.
Okay.
And so
Oh.
we really want more space.
So like your
And-
own like freestanding space or okay.
Yeah, actually this space is perfect.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, if I ever go belly up,
I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
I'll let you have my lease.
But actually what we want is a space with community out front and like a coffee shop, and where we can sell our products in the front, and then a workspace in the back. So for our citizens who are like, I don't really want to interface with the public, but I do want to make products,
Sure.
they can
be in the
work.
back.
And our citizens who were like, you know what, I want to work the cash register, I want to greet, we have a more robust opportunity for them. So, and I would really like to be in Davidson.
Yeah,
so
I was
that we're
going to say, is
walkable.
there anything for rent right
There's
now?
not.
Oh,
There's
boy.
not. And I would really like a commercial kitchen because I want to sell.
Oh,
I want
my
to
gosh, that would
create
be
some.
cool.
Yeah, there's a ton of products we want to create that would require that. So, I don't even know if that space exists in Davidson.
I feel like you throw it out into the universe.
That's what I'm doing.
Yes.
Like,
Yes,
here,
I
Lord,
love
here's
it.
my dream, and you can just figure it out. So, that's our 5-year plan.
I love that.
Don't you
5-year
find that
plan.
always kind of happens? You just kind of throw it out there, and if it's meant to be, God
Yeah.
just goes,
Yeah.
yep,
And you
here,
start
here.
a podcast.
Yes.
I called
know, you
Cougar
guys.
College, and everyone's
So
like,
awesome.
what is that about?
Oh my! I have
It's-
a tangent on that if we want to go into
Oh my
it.
gosh.
but-
Yeah, every time we say Cougar
One,
College,
I know.
everyone's like,
I
what
ran
is that?
into one of my girlfriends from the Y yesterday, and I hadn't seen her in forever. Actually, two of them. They both had kids running cross country. Ran into them, and I was just talking about it. And one of them was like, "Yeah." So I was also friends with her sister. She was like, "I was about to call my sister and just ask her like, what is going on with Liz's life?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I love how thought provoking this name is.
Oh my
Seriously.
gosh!
Oh,
And
I
that's
love it.
again, that's another reason why we called it this,
I
because
know.
you know it's kind of attention grabbing,
It
but it's not
is.
at all what anyone would
No,
ever think it
but
is.
it is so attention grabbing that it works.
It works.
Yeah, and
Grab
we
my
just
attention.
we just explain as we go along. So anyway, sorry, tangent.
Sorry.
Yes. Okay, another question. So are you hoping? Is it your goal that other people will come and experience 210 Collective and from other communities and say, hey, we want to expand this vision, you know, in Charlotte or, I don't know, Tennessee or Kentucky or wherever. Is that what you're kind of hoping? And you could kind of help kind of plant another 210 Collective elsewhere?
Well, so we're actually the 11th replication.
Oh,
of-
wow.
of from Big, yeah.
Wow.
And
Oh,
so
I didn't know that. That's so
in
cool.
COVID, when they had to shut down, they kind of started dreaming about like, what could we do? How we could certainly not serve all of the people in Texas because they have 90 citizens. Did I tell you this already?
Oh my
90
gosh,
citizens.
no, you didn't.
They have
Wow.
120 on their wait list.
So do they have a
Oh,
big
wow.
space?
Yes, they have
a
4
huge space.
campuses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Do they have a hand in yours, or they were just the model?
So a little bit of both. They
Okay.
mentor us.
Okay.
And they've given us so much like scaffolding and because this is what they're doing. They are creating replications.
Okay.
So
That is
no,
very
I
cool.
wouldn't want to help train someone do this because I do not know what I'm doing yet, guys.
Yeah.
But I'm
But
learning.
do
are
any
learning.
of
I'm
us
learning.
know what we're doing?
And that
No.
is the point. You're learning.
I know. Krissy,
Yes.
you said a little story last time on your podcast about the guy who bent down to pet the
Oh,
cat.
yes.
Cat, yeah.
Which was so weird. I was like, this is so strange what's happening right now. But it's true.
It's true. You're
It's
being
like,
brave.
I
Yes.
feel like
Yes.
this is a thing that I don't have any experience with nonprofits. I didn't even know what a board of directors was until I created
Oh.
one.
You have
And
one?
Yes, you have to if you're going to run a
Yeah,
nonprofit.
of course you do.
I'm so thankful because they're so smart. Everyone on my board is so much smarter than me in all
That's-
ways.
That's how it should be.
That
I
is
can't
how it
believe
should
that
be.
because you're so
Because
intelligent,
you
Heidi, but it
cannot
should be that way.
learn unless you surround yourself with people that are smarter.
They're
and that will
so
teach
smart.
you things.
They know what they're
Absolutely.
doing. They have skills in areas that I don't. Rebecca is on our board, and this is the famous quote from Rebecca. She said when we were all introducing ourselves and talking about like what our skills were and why we were here, Rebecca goes, I love auditing. I love being audited and auditing.
What?
That's she
Who
said.
loves being audited?
We
Or
were
she
like,
must be like super organized.
Oh
She
my
is.
God. So Cougar students, Rebecca Eskews, who we were talking about, she is a
She's
very, very dear
awesome.
friend of ours,
Yeah.
and you've never met anyone more organized in your life. It's like shocking.
Wow,
It's
she
just-
needs to
she's
organize
helping.
our LLC for us.
Yes, she
'cause
should.
right now I just have a little spreadsheet.
all the things.
Super
All the
spreadsheety. And so think people like I've never thought that thought in my whole life. I don't think I ever will. But she's so good at what she does, and we have all these board members who are so good at what they do, and so I don't have to make decisions totally by myself.
That's
and so,
amazing.
but
Oh, yeah,
Big
that's the
has
best.
agreed to mentor us, and they've given us this huge like Google Drive filled with like scaffolding and everything we need to start.
That
So
is
I don't
perfect.
want to help someone. I mean, I would be happy to coach someone or give them ideas, but I would direct them to Big because this is what they're doing, and they're doing a great job.
Yeah, I love
Right,
that.
right.
So are you looking, I mean, of course you are, but you're always looking for new investors?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
We are. I mean, we have had such a beautiful reception from the Davidson community and from the Lake Norman community.
This is such an amazing community.
It is. It really is.
And
It just wraps
everyone
itself
has
around you.
just been, we've lived here for over 20 years. And so I have lots of connections in the therapeutic world, in education, and in the churches that we've been a part of. And so people have been so, because this crosses lines between faith and people who aren't of faith, but they care very much about this population of people, I feel like we have this community involvement that is really unique.
And that to piggyback onto that, this community is unlike any that I have ever lived in. Because we've also
Me
lived
too.
in Cincinnati, amazing place. I'm not saying that, but I have personally been involved in a lot of fundraising, and this community is it's amazing. It's a very special place.
It is.
I'm so glad that you're starting it here.
I am too. But we are, in order for our citizens to be able to be a part of this organization, we have to have donors.
Yes.
Where, I keep telling people if everybody volunteers, but nobody ever donates, then we won't have a program for people to volunteer in. And so
Right.
we're very dependent on the community to help us run this program. And so we've had a great start. I'm super thankful for that, but we can't sit back. We have to continue that effort.
Absolutely.
It's an easy ask when you believe in something so deeply.
Oh, sure.
I'm so
Absolutely.
passionate about this, so I'm happy to.
Do you have an email contact info that we can put out there?
I do. You can go to my website
Okay.
at 210collective.org. You can also email at info@210collective.org. And our Instagram is a little bit more up to date. Well, our website's pretty up to date, but it has all the fun things on there. I try to keep it up to date. I'm a real bad Instagrammer, but I'm learning.
Yeah,
Liz.
yes,
Liz does
you're
our
learning.
Instagram.
Oh no, but that's great. I mean, all of this stuff. It's great for us middle-agers to continue to
Yes.
learn. This is so
Keep
good for us.
going.
Yeah.
Yes,
So our
exactly.
Instagram is 210 Collective LKN. If you don't put the LKN in, you end up in an art community.
So
with
okay.
San Antonio.
So if you are interested in getting involved or being a donor, please reach out to
or if
Heidi.
you have a
Yeah.
citizen, if you know a family member who
Absolutely.
this program could benefit, then definitely reach out to me. We would love to speak to you.
Oh, I love it.
So the citizens I'm kind of backtracking a
No,
little bit.
yeah.
I know that, so the parents of the citizens will pay a fee for them to be involved, but then the citizens get paid.
Right.
So it's kind of an investment. The parents are giving an investment into these kids' future a little bit, and they're getting some of it back.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. So there is a tuition that families have to pay, and we are.
But it doesn't cover everything. So you guys are really, really dependent on
We're
Don't
yes,
don't.
it
Yes.
definitely
Yes.
doesn't
Okay,
cover
yeah.
it covers less than half. And
wow.
our citizens make a paycheck, but we also have to be very careful that they do. Almost all of our citizens have government assistance, and so
Right.
we have to be very careful how much we pay them to make sure they are
So
not.
that,
So they get paid for the hours that they work, rather than the 7 hours that they're with us.
Gotcha.
So we
Okay,
offer
okay.
a lot of programming, but there's definitely work blocks, and so we can pay citizens during those work blocks. If we paid them for the whole time they would be there, well, we wouldn't be able to financially model that out. But also, our citizens would lose all of their government benefits.
Oh yes, not good.
So this is
Gotcha.
a way
Yeah,
to
no, that's
value
not good.
and like give dignity to our citizens. We're gonna have a
Yeah.
paycheck party every 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh,
I
that's
know,
so
to
great.
celebrate that we're getting paid.
That's
I
so
know.
great.
The parties and the fun things are the things I'm most excited about.
Oh, who wouldn't be? That's
I'm
the best
excited.
part.
It is the best
ever.
part.
Yeah.
And so, for people who would like to donate, is it more beneficial to you for people just to give you like a one lump sum, or is it better for people to give you a monthly payment? What's
Oh yeah.
what's
Do you
more
have
what's
a
more
button
beneficial?
on your website that you can donate monthly?
We do,
Oh.
actually. Yes. So we have all of the options. I would never say no to any option. And it's funny, we've always contributed to organizations that we feel are important to us, and that's part of what we budget in our family. But I don't think I ever realized the importance of monthly donations.
Yes.
One time is great. Again, I would not ever say no, but an organization like this is so dependent on modeling that out and budgeting things out, and so having a monthly donation is super helpful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And no amount is too little. Like, I mean, anything helps.
Right. Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Everything helps. There are people who have donated such. So all across the board, and every time I see someone's name, I just think, oh, it's so kind. It's so kind that people would put their trust in what we're doing is just mind-blowing to me. I get a little overwhelmed by it sometimes. I'm like, I cannot believe people are just trusting me with this.
Yes.
And
Well,
here we
it's just the
go.
most amazing thing that you're doing. I've never heard of anything like this.
Yeah,
ever.
me neither.
We'll have to come check this out.
I
We
know.
will.
I
Oh,
want
the
to.
other thing we're doing is when we get our feet under us and kind of get our bearings and feel like we have a rhythm and our citizens are all really comfortable, we're going to have, I think on Wednesdays, don't hold me to it, we'll do community tours. So the
Okay.
community can come in and see what we're doing. We
Oh,
want
yay.
Davidson to know what we're doing, and we want
Yeah.
them to be excited about that and support us.
Oh my
That's a great idea.
That is a
And then
great
also
idea.
for families who are considering us, if they can tour it,
Yes.
Right.
that makes a big difference.
I was going to say, for that and for people in the community to see what you're doing and
Yeah.
want to help
Yeah.
Right.
in some capacity.
When you can
Yes.
see it,
Yes.
it really solidifies in your mind, whether you're a
Absolutely.
donor or a volunteer or a family
And
member.
I think a lot of nonprofits miss out on that because you can't see exactly what is happening, and that's perfect.
So if there are parents out there who have adult children with special needs, how can they get involved in this? Like, what's the best way to get involved?
So the best thing to do is to reach out on our website or email me at info@210collective.org. There's also all on our website. There are places for, like, if you have a citizen, an interested citizen. There's lots of places to connect, but that's through our website's the best way. And our process is that families would come and have an interview, or just not even an interview, just even a phone conversation. Just to kind of screen out, like, because we're not going to be the right place for everyone,
Sure.
but we're going to be the right place for some people.
Absolutely.
And so then I would give them an application if we all feel like this is a good fit. So our applications aren't located on our website.
Oh, they're not.
Oh, okay.
No, because we don't want people to go through the process of filling that out if
Right.
it's not the
That's a
right
lot.
fit.
Right.
And so we would hand them an application. We have an admissions advisory team, which is
Ooh.
some real smart ladies who I love so much, who have lots of experience in special ed, moms of young adults with special needs, developmental specialists, like awesome people who help us go through our applications and make sure this is the right fit. And then we do a family interview with our admissions team, and then we start the enrollment process.
Well,
Yeah.
and how many citizens do you have right now?
Okay, guys, we really wanted to open our doors with 8, and I had, right before I got here, I had a conversation with one, with a potential citizen who would be number 8.
Oh,
I
that would
know.
be amazing. Oh my gosh,
I was
Heidi,
getting a
that's
little
so
like,
great.
not really panicky, but I was having some moments. Maybe I quit my job actually the other day. Like, I woke up at 6 in the morning and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I quit. And then maybe I hired myself again by 6:30, so it was fine.
You have to go through that with something new.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was
sure.
a little like worried that are we gonna get it? Because you have to have kind of like at least a number of people that it's not just me and a citizen hanging out together. Nobody wants that.
Right.
And so you kind of have to have like a critical mass to like get people to keep coming. And so I think we just had citizen number 8.
Oh my gosh, Heidi, that's amazing.
Congrats.
I know, I'm so excited.
Yes.
It's exciting.
Yes, it is. Oh, Heidi, thank you for coming on the
Yes,
show.
Thanks for having me.
so
This is so
much.
much
This is so
fun.
awesome.
I've done a few like little radio interviews, but no one has given me
given
a
you
cocktail.
People keep telling us this.
That's
That
so lovely.
This is a nice touch. Thank you.
Oh, I really like it. So
Okay. All right, yeah, thank you, Heidi, for coming
Thank you so
on.
much. This has been the most fun.
Oh, good.
Yay, I'm
And I didn't
glad.
know Liz. Krissy and I have known each other
know.
forever.
Forever.
But I'm
So
so
glad
glad
to
to
know
meet
Liz.
you. I hear so many amazing things about you from Krissy and Lauren.
And also, we're super matchy.
I know.
You
Yep.
are.
Love it.
Cougar students, if you're watching on YouTube, Liz and Heidi are literally wearing the same outfit.
We didn't plan it, but maybe
Two
we
green
did.
shirts
Great
and I've got a red
minds.
one on. It's very Christmassy.
Great
Seriously.
minds.
Yep. All right. A big thanks to the fabulous Heidi Karant
Thank
for
you,
being on the
guys.
show tonight. You are now an honorary Cougar, Heidi, and we would like to present you with your very own Cougar College hat, y'all. Wear it
Can
in
I wear
good
it? With,
health,
I
my
can't
friends.
wear it with
No,
it.
not with the earphones.
Not with the
Maybe.
You can't.
Right.
Tell me I
Oh,
can't.
yeah,
There you
you
go.
are.
Tell me I can't.
It
Oh,
looks
girl,
amazing.
you look good. Welcome to being a cougar.
Thanks.
Our kind of cougar, anyway.
And if anyone else would like your very own Cougar College hat, they are available online at kfstudioshandmade.com and in the store as well. Link is at the bottom of each episode and in our bio on Instagram.
Oh, yes, correct. And
Yes.
don't forget, we drop new Cougar College episodes each and every Tuesday on all your favorite podcast platforms. And if you prefer watching podcasts, which I didn't really know was a thing until my daughter told me that she always watches podcasts. But anyway.
I am putting full episodes on there now because I only started with like little clips, but now the
that's right.
full episodes.
Full episodes.
are
And
on
someone
there.
was asking me about that too, like,
Oh, really?
why can't I watch you all the time? And I was like, that's weird, but you can soon.
I'm sorry.
So anyway, if you prefer watching podcasts, we are also on YouTube. And if you are more of a reader, you can find our blog on Substack as well. And all of these links are also on all the episodes at the bottom of every episode.
And on IG. I put
yes.
Substack on there too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we will see you all next week, Cougar students. Stay curious, keep learning.
Don't party until your studying is done.
And may you end your day wiser than when you began it.
Yay! You did it.
Bye.
Bye, guys.